Ari Meisel, Idea to Execution, How to Optimize, Automate, and Outsource Everything in Your Business. Embark on a journey into the world of rapid business growth and efficiency with Ari Meisel and Nick Sonnenberg's book, Idea to Execution, How to Optimize, Automate, and Outsource Everything in Your Business. Discover how the authors started and grew their own virtual assistance company, Less Doing Virtual Assistants, in just 24 hours. Watch as they tackle the hurdles of entrepreneurship and learn innovative techniques, like the use of the Kaizen method for continuous improvement. Get inspired as you explore Ari and Nick's quick thinking and effective decision-making in seizing opportunities and overcoming challenges.
Starting a successful company in 24 hours. In their book, authors Ari Meisel and Nick Sonnenberg share how they started a virtual assistant company, Less Doing Virtual Assistants, in just 24 hours. The authors emphasize the idea of seizing an opportunity instead of years of careful planning. They were able to act quickly because of the closure of Zirtual, a US-based virtual assistant firm, which left over 2,500 clients and 400 assistants without a job. Ari and Nick saw this as an opportunity and reacted immediately. They made a quick sketch of their virtual assistant business, secured their first clients and assistants from the fallout, and relied on free online tools and apps as infrastructure. Within 24 hours, their company was up and running, and it was scalable and profitable from day one. The authors further share how they dealt with challenges as their company continued to grow throughout the year. Overall, their story serves as an inspirational guide for aspiring entrepreneurs on the importance of seizing opportunities. Zirtual, a new model for virtual assistants. Zirtual offers a new model for virtual assistants that matches a client's specific needs with the skills of an assistant through one channel. Ari and Nick, the founders of Zirtual, recognize the flaws within other virtual assistant companies. They knew their startup could address these problems more effectively. On-demand assistants only work on simple one-time assignments, and dedicated assistants become overwhelmed with a wide range of tasks for a single client. Zirtual's model delegates all of the client's needs to a dedicated virtual assistant. However, this model brings up the concern that the virtual assistant may not possess the necessary skills to handle all assigned tasks. Ari and Nick seized the opportunity to create a new model that matches a client's needs with an assistant uniquely qualified for the task. Their business acumen uncovered the need for a one-stop solution for hiring virtual assistants. They paired clients with a team of assistants that remained small enough to remain personal but large enough to ensure every client request had a uniquely qualified person. Zirtual's model provided each client with a manager as a point of contact, ensuring personal touches and maximum efficiency. By addressing both issues with one solution, Ari and Nick created a better service that effectively fills the gaps in the virtual assistance industry. Software tools for startup success. Discover how a new business can operate and flourish using free and easy-to-use software tools. Learn how two entrepreneurs utilize Trello, a management program, in innovative ways to fulfill the basic operational needs of their startup. To ensure premium services, they committed to paying their employees 2 to 6 times the going rate for requested services and charged clients 4 to 8 times more than other virtual assistant companies. Learn about the time-saving services they provided to their clients, exemplifying the company's commitment to delivering high-quality services. Efficient strategies for hiring top-notch virtual assistants. Applying for jobs and hiring employees is a daunting task, even for startups. To achieve optimal results with minimal effort, companies need to have a thoughtful and efficient strategy in place. Ari and Nick developed a two-step process to filter out inadequate candidates. They created 2 email addresses, jobs@lessdoing.com and interview@lessdoing.com. Candidates would apply to jobs@lessdoing.com, receive an automatic reply detailing the position and then upload a 2-minute YouTube video pitch and send the link to interview@lessdoing.com. This alone eliminated 80% of candidates who failed to follow instructions or produced poor quality videos. The next step was identifying proactive candidates with a winning attitude. Successful virtual assistants must be excellent problem solvers and proficient in seizing opportunities. The value of attention to detail and commitment to customer service was emphasized, and an example of this ideal type was demonstrated through the assistant's plan of sending a bottle of whiskey to a client. A proactive worker is the key to success in any business, and it's essential to adopt efficient strategies to hire them. Less Doing's networking success. Ari and Nick's unplanned presentation at a Genius Network event led to astonishing success. They shared their startup's approaches to tracking and outsourcing tasks, keeping the audience alert for over 3 hours. The workshop enabled them to demonstrate their problem-solving abilities, expanding their company's clientele. To handle this surge of new clients, Nick developed a custom-coded dashboard providing an overview of every client. The dashboard helped target areas that demand focus to maintain the company's swift growth. Fixing problems and improving processes. Founders of Less Doing explain how they used the 5 Whys method and the Kaizen method to address customer complaints and improve their company's onboarding process. The founders of Less Doing, Ari and Nick, believe that paying attention to negative feedback and taking action to improve your product or service is essential for any company's success. In early 2016, they received complaints from some customers who found the onboarding process challenging. To address this, they used the 5 Whys method to identify the root cause of the problem. After asking themselves why the problem existed several times, they concluded that their software interface needed simplification, and clients needed better instructions for using it. To avoid such complaints in the future, Ari and Nick introduced the Kaizen method to encourage their employees to improve the company's processes continuously. The Kaizen method, pioneered by Japanese companies such as Toyota, involves asking every person in the company to suggest one improvement idea per week based on personal experience. By adopting this approach, the founders of Less Doing discovered that some virtual assistants were not charging clients properly, leading to some frustration. They addressed the problem, which had gone unnoticed previously, and resolved it effectively. In summary, the Less Doing founders' experience offers valuable lessons for entrepreneurs seeking to keep their businesses thriving. By using the 5 Whys and the Kaizen method, they improved their onboarding process and resolved customer complaints. By emphasizing the importance of paying attention to negative feedback and engaging employees in continuous improvement processes, they created a culture of excellence that helped their company grow and succeed. Teaching for profit. As a business owner, you can acquire valuable knowledge and skills that can help you create a secondary source of income by teaching other entrepreneurs. In their bid to experiment with training, Less Doing advertised a business boot camp on social media, and although it went well, feedback showed that the technical demonstration and overloading audience with complex terminologies were unwarranted. A significant lesson from this experience is the need to be flexible and reconfigure strategies, as Ari and Nick did when they moved their teaching venture online to establish a sustainable arm of the business. The Art of Delegation. Building a successful business requires an entrepreneur to constantly optimize operations. Sometimes letting go of control and delegating tasks is the best way to achieve this. This is precisely what Ari and Nick of Less Doing did to expand their services. They hired virtual assistants, trained them well, and delegated crucial tasks such as dashboard management and financial management to them. Doing so helped them focus on the bigger picture and improve other aspects of their business. However, they still faced a problem of getting their clients to commit fully to their services. To resolve this, they sought help from Nir Eyal, a behavioral psychologist, and increased the time spent on new client onboarding. Virtual assistants now spent at least an hour coaching clients on how to use Less Doing software more efficiently, which helped in better acquainting clients with the range of services. This approach led to increased client participation and commitment to using virtual assistants. Optimizing churn rate. Learn how Less Doing optimized their churn rate by using ChartMogul, a tool to track customer behavior, and personally reaching out to inactive clients to address any issues. This extra effort paid off, leading to increased revenue and success for the company. Once a company has established its processes, it's time to focus on performance numbers. That's precisely what Ari and Nick did to optimize Less Doing's churn rate. ChartMogul, a tool to track customer behavior, helped them realize that clients who used their services less than once every few weeks were the ones most likely to drop the service. Armed with this knowledge, Ari and Nick made a best practice of reaching out personally to any inactive client after 2 weeks to address any issues, ensuring that Less Doing didn't end up losing a client's business due to inaction. This extra effort might seem time-consuming, but it's always better to invest in your company than to lose clients based on inaction. Investing in the company paid off for Less Doing. Ari spent dozens of hours talking to inactive clients, working to drive the company's churn rate from 11% down to 3%, while Nick automated several aspects of the dashboard to remove menial tasks from the team's workload. Personalizing the company's newsletter and increasing its presence on Facebook also helped strengthen outreach efforts. All of these moves paid off, and Less Doing had its most successful month, chalking up $100,000 in revenue. Less Doing's managerial team had grown at this point, so the founders decided to give equity shares to key players in the company. All in all, the extra effort to optimize their churn rate led to increased revenue, success, and growth for Less Doing.
Having unraveled the journey of Ari Meisel and Nick Sonnenberg's Less Doing virtual assistants, you can now seize your own business ambitions by maximizing efficiency, optimizing resources, and grabbing opportunities with a keen eye. Learn from their story how to look at your market critically, identify opportunities, and use available tools to make things happen with minimal startup cost. Utilize methods such as the 5 Whys for problem solving and the Kaizen method for constant improvement. Remember that the road to business success requires crucial decision-making, optimization of your churn rate, personalizing your outreach efforts, and the resilience to keep learning and adapting.